sharing this lovely Mala meditation. I always enjoy doing this with you. I do it pretty much, well, I do, not pretty much. I do it every morning and every night as well. Sometimes at night time, though, I fall asleep holding my beads, and that's fine because it's, you know, and I wake up holding them. Sometimes they drop out of my hand, but most times I wake up holding them. Hello, Chandras. Much love to you too. Lovely to have you. Excuse me. So yes, it's just, for me, it's just a beautiful practice, and I love it. And it has been embedded into me since I studied Ayurveda, actually. And today we are supposed to be doing the sacral chakra. I think that's what I don't even read my own things, but yes, I'm sure we're at the sacral chakra, because I do remember seeing it was the carnelian that we were going to use as our crystal, which is this beautiful wee one here, carnelian. It's full of courage, but it is wonderful to have with you when you're working on the sacral chakra. The one we did in the crystals live the other day too would be quite a good one, because again, it's the orange one, and that is orange calcite, and that would work as well. When you are choosing a crystal for your to work with, then especially if you want to keep it, well, not especially, but if you want to use it for a particular thing, you need to cleanse it, and then put your intention into it. So this one, why I haven't used this one, because my intention for that one is not for my root chakra, for my sacral chakra, where this one is. And so this one knows that it works solely with my sacral chakra. So, you know, just remember that when you're working with crystals. If you want to work with them with a particular thing, then put that intention into them after you've cleansed it. And that. Hey, Caitlin, lovely to see you too. Beautiful teacher, Caitlin. I'm so sad I miss all your lives now. You're always when I'm sleeping like a baby. So, but I love seeing you in my lives, and thank you so much for coming. I loved that jumper or cardigan that you had made, Violet 108. Oh, that is just stunning. It is beautiful. I love it. I love it. And all her perfect colors. It was just fabulous. Fabulous. All right, I'm going to light my candle. I've got my strawberry and champagne candle that I made. It's burning down. I'm going to have to make another one soon. Nope, come on, you can do it. Saying, no, I'm not going to light today. There we go. It is beautiful. So we have with us fire. We've got the earth with the crystals. We've got air coming through the window. And I have my water in my water bottle. Hey, Maribel. Beautiful to see my darling Maribel and my darling Howard. How are we all? Are we all excited? Oh, excuse me. I have kiwi fruit this morning and the seeds are in my teeth. Not a good thing. Oh, and darling Jennifer too. Hello. Lovely to see all your beautiful faces. And if there's anyone new, I welcome you. And love to see you here in my live. It is just a joy to have you. Join us for our sacral chakra meditation. I haven't discussed the 108 beads for a while. Oh, hello, Rachel. Wonderful. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Is that Massachusetts? Rachel, Westford, Massachusetts. I think the MA is for that, but I'm not sure. because I'm way down here in New Zealand. Oh, lovely. I got it right. Ah, thank you. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. That's just awesome. I love it. 108 is a beautiful sacred number. It is, you're there too. Ah, beautiful. That's lovely to meet a fellow towner. 108 is about spiritual completion. The number 108 is considered the very sacred in many traditions, and it represents spiritual wholeness and our journey toward enlightenment. Yes, I can imagine, because we're just a tiny wee country, so even your states, there's a huge difference, isn't there? Yeah. And using the 108 beads, so I've got my watermelon beads here today with some rose quartz on them. When you're using 108 beads, it just allows one full cycle of intention, reflection, and energetic alignment as well. It is also the connection between mind, body, and spirit with the 108 beads. So you've got the one, which is the unity, the divine self. Then you have the 0, which is emptiness, completeness, wholeness as well. Then you have the 8, which is infinity, and balance and flow of energy. It's also a cosmic alignment as well. 108 is seen as the number that connects you as the person doing it, using your beads, to the universe, and it helps to align with the sun, the moon, and the earth cycles. So it has fabulous energy with it, and it's just wonderful. And as we move through the beads, you can count them if you want, but it's not about counting them. It's just about your intention. It's about balance, and it's about transformation. So it's a beautiful, beautiful practice. I just love it. I really do. Now, the sacral chakra is, where's my mouse? My keyboard is way over here, is Vam, and it is usually pronounced, did I put the H in it? Yes. It's usually, oh no, not that. Too many buttons to push on this. This is how it's pronounced. So it looks like Vam, but it's Vam when you pronounce it. And its color is orange, so that's why I've chosen the carnelian to go with it. And this, as I said earlier, is the one that I have connected to my sacral chakra. So shall we get started? And I have pulled a 3-card set to get a beautiful 3-card message for you from a deck this morning. But I think we'll do our meditation first, and then we can look at what the cards have to say. I think that might be the way I'll do it today. So let's just settle in. Hey Robin, so lovely to see you. Yay, that's awesome. So if you've got your beads, just hold on to them. Just hold them near your heart if you want, just for a minute, and we'll just start by taking a moment, just to settle in. Before we begin anything, we just want to simply arrive. And not even into the beads yet, not even into the chakra, but just into yourself, and just arrive. Let your breath come back to you. You don't need to change it. You don't need to shape it. Just notice it. Notice whether you're breathing from your chest or whether you're breathing beautifully and deeply from your stomach. And then feel your body where you are, the weight of you, the presence of you, just how you feel right here, right now. And there's nothing we need to become in this space, nothing we need to fix, nothing we need to figure out. And it's not about a practice of effort, it's a practice of allowing. And as we move through the mala today, we're going bead by bead with our breath, so it's breath by breath. And we're not trying to reach somewhere else. We just want to soften and relax into who and what we already are. And each of the beads is a moment of awareness. And each pause, as we pause for a little while during the mala, we'll stop at a certain bead. That's a doorway. And each breath is a return. And some moments may feel calm. Maybe there are emotional moments while we're doing it. You may not feel anything at all. Maybe just peace and calm. But all of those things are welcome. So you're safe to feel here. You're safe to relax into your body. Just simply be. So when you're ready, just bring your awareness to the first bead after your guru bead. And we shall begin. If you have an orange crystal, hold it near your sacral chakra, just below your belly button. Just to allow your emotions to flow freely, like water moving without resistance. And just honor what you feel without judgment. Just feel yourself opening up to creativity, to pleasure, letting life just move through you with ease. You are allowed to enjoy this experience. My apologies. I'm so sorry, I'll just whisper. Trust the natural rhythm of your body, that your feelings, everything within you has purpose and a voice. Just soften into the fluid nature of life. Release any need to control and move forward with graciousness and openness. Yeah. Embrace your sensuality and creativity as sacred expressions of yourself. You're alive in your experience. Now just let your mala move into stillness. Bring your hands to your heart space with your mala, your crystal, both or just your hands. And let's just sit together, just for a little while, feeling what's fear, what came up, and acknowledging it and accepting it. When you're ready, just bring your awareness back to your body, noticing what is here now without needing to name it. Notice your breath, the rhythm of it, the beautiful intelligence of it as it moves without effort. Feel the weight of your body again, how you're being held. Gently notice what has shifted, not in thought, but in feeling. Even the smallest little relaxing, smallest exhale, smallest sense of space is enough. So take one more deeper breath in and out. When you're ready, just gently return. Maybe not as you were. Maybe as someone who is relaxed more, calmed more, even if it's just slightly. Maybe you've come back into yourself a bit more. Just remember you are held from earth to sky in every single moment of your life. When you're ready, open your eyes and welcome back to the space. Hello Evie, hello Katie. I'm so sorry for the interruption I created in the middle of it. Thank you, Maribel, thank you. I think it's just because the air is a bit colder this morning. It was only 7 degrees Celsius when I got up this morning, and yes, just doesn't help. Oh, hey Mende. Oh, I'm so glad it was Mende. Thank you, my nice bright flowery top. Thank you. Yeah, I got what you meant. I got what you meant. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Ah, Soul here. Michelle's here. I can see the bubbles along the bottom. Beautiful. Oh, thank you, Catherine. Thank you so much. Thank you, Howard. Yes, exhale. Yeah. Yes, yes, Evie. Is not good. I should, now that it's getting a bit colder, I should bring my inhaler in here, especially for this one, just to settle that cough down. Yeah. Oh, I felt so bad. I was normally I can breathe around it and that, but this one not. Oh, I love that, Howard. I love that. I'm glad that you're feeling relaxed. Beautiful. Yeah, and it's such a beautiful practice, and I do a lot of chanting, and yeah, today I think it was just, maybe I should have left the window closed or something. It's quite cold in here. Maybe I should bring a little heater in and warm this little room up before I start. Ah, thank you, Evie. Thank you. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it, as a teacher? Not that yeah, maybe I'm a teacher, but you know, you always in your mind you want perfection, don't you? And it's what Evie says. We're uniquely human. We're uniquely human. Yeah, I've never thought of myself that way, Howard, but I do feel like I go into that space quite a lot of the shaman. So yeah, yeah, it's and I do this with other people as well, and I feel I can take them into that space. So yeah, I'm so glad it happened immediately. That is really, really good. It's really good that you can drop down into it. The first time I had started doing. I think I've told you this before. I started using my mala was when I was learning and studying Ayurveda, and we got we were we were told that 3 rounds is perfect, and maybe we'll get up to doing more of that. You know, we've got time to do more than 1 round, but 3 rounds is a perfect number to do with 108. And over those 3 rounds, we were taught to have your eyes closed, but drop your eyes into the back of your sockets, and that can take you down into your inner soul, sort of. And sometimes when you do that, and if you're sitting still and quiet, when I had good knees and when I could get on the floor, I used to sit cross-legged, and sit like a yogi, and I would do my 3 rounds of chanting. And so many times, never immediately, like Howard has just said, but so many times, once you drop into the back of your eyes, you just drop down into nothingness, which is so quickly, and it's so beautiful. And the first time I did it, I was my brain instantly clicked in and went, "Oh, what are you doing?" And then I was out of it. But yeah, it is just such a beautiful practice. And even if you stop chanting, like more often than not, I will just whisper it to myself too, or even do it in my head rather than out loud. Sometimes I like the really out loud chanting, but sometimes it's just in my head or just whispering, and it is fabulous when you feel that instant where you're just dropping in to that beautiful inner soul and letting, and it's nothingness, like there's nothing going on, there's no thoughts, there's no outside world, it's just and it's so beautiful. So if you can keep doing this, keep practicing it yourself, and maybe you'll get that feeling, and maybe that's what Howard felt immediately today. So yeah, beautiful. I will have some more water. Yesterday when I had my client, I made my asthma tea, which is mullein root and mullein and marshmallow root with a bit of honey. I should have brought one of those in today, because it helped amazingly with her. Oh, thank you, Howard. Thank you. Exactly, Evie. You can't. Nothing else gets in, eh? And yes, it's just it is an absolutely amazing way to get out of yourself, to get out of that nagging little voice in your head all the time. And it is a beautiful, beautiful way. And the vibration in your body is so beneficial for so much, for healing, and it is just fabulous. Yes, it is. It is. It's not the inhale, it's the exhale. So, and I thought I was fine this morning. I did all my beautiful morning routine practice, and my breathing practice was spot on. And I thought, yay, we're perfect today. But then I came into this cold room, and maybe that's the problem. So, next week I will warm it up so that it's nice and a bit warmer, not cold. Yeah. Speaking of which, the in my live last Thursday, a couple of days ago, we got talking about Ayurveda things and oil pulling and all that sort of thing. And so yesterday I wrote down everything that I do and why I do it and all that sort of thing. I think I explained it reasonably well in the live, but I've put that up as a PDF on my link tree. So if you want to know more about the neti pot, the oil pulling, and the breathing that goes with it, and the tongue scraping and that's up there on my link tree now. So you can have a go if you want to. All right, my beautifuls. So today I was using the Whispers of Healing Oracle by beautiful Alana Fairchild. And I pulled out 3 different cards for us. Let's see if I can show them. Maybe I'll just do them separately. The first one I pulled out was this one. So that is Seek Seclusion. And let's turn my down a little bit now, because I feel like I'm yelling at you. Seek Seclusion. That was the first one that came out. And I think all 3 of them, once we look at all 3 of them, you'll find that this might be a really deep personal journey for you. And it might bring more of that stillness that we've got through the Mala meditation. And firstly, the Seek Seclusion. This is about that beautiful sacred medicine of solitude. So many people look at solitude as something that's negative, but it's not. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, absolutely beautiful sacred medicine. It's not loneliness. It's not withdrawal from life. It's intentional. When we do it intentionally, it's that intentional space that's away from all that constant noise around us, that constant expectation, and all those outside influences. And whether you take that moment of seclusion in nature, or whether you have a room that you can go in to have a little bit of seclusion for yourself, it doesn't matter. But having spaces like that just help remove all those things that make our soul become overwhelmed. Too many voices, too many demands on us, too much energetic input, and in those moments, that's when healing begins, not through doing more, but through stepping back a little bit. So seeking seclusion is all about reconnecting with your own inner rhythm. So when you spend time in reflection, you begin to hear those things and acknowledge those things that have been buried beneath distractions. And your intuition does that. It gets buried but underneath distractions. Your emotions do that. You know, so the answers that you might be seeking for a question may not be arriving loudly or immediately because of the other distractions holding down your intuition and your emotions. And so that with that time in seclusion, then you can begin to rise slowly and beautifully within that stillness. And when you spend time in reflection, and this is what we've done a bit today, spending time in reflection, you begin to hear what has been buried beneath you know, that distraction. And this card is about showing you that rest is productive. There's nothing wrong with rest, and it is very productive in a beautiful, sacred way. And you know, nature does it. Nature retreats and restores constantly, going back and forth. The moon does it. It wanes and it waxes and it gets brighter and lighter and darker. The earth, it grows in winter and then pulls back. It is quiet in winter, isn't it? It's quiet in winter, and then it just starts to return into beauty again. And that's what we can do. We can do that too. You know, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Now, the second one I pulled out was this one, alternative. Another beautiful, beautiful card. These cards are just divine. I've got this deck, the healing deck, and her gratitude deck. They're just beautiful. And alternative, I think it connects with the seclusion, because once you can step away from the noise, then your perspective begins to shift as well. So alternative reminds us that healing, that growth, transformation, they're really linear. You know, what we try to what we've been trying to do may not be aligning, you know, and this card just encourages you to open yourself to new ways of thinking, maybe new ways of being, and as you approach, especially when you're approaching a new pathway, a new journey, and taking a new step. And you know, sometimes we can become very focused on one expected outcome, and we forget that life is full of all sorts of possibilities, and we tend to focus on that one. And so I think this card is, you know, being alternative is just saying, well, you know, relax that rigid thinking and start to become a bit curious again, you know. And then healing can come through unexpected methods. The solutions may arrive from unfamiliar directions. Maybe the path forward may not look the way that you originally thought it should, and that doesn't make it wrong. And I think alternative speaks of freedom as well. It wants to tell you that you're not trapped in old patterns or old stories, that solutions arrive from those unfamiliar places. So, you know, you need to feel like you're not trapped in those old patterns, those old versions of yourself, you know, it's that freedom that it has, which is beautiful. And you're allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to evolve. You're allowed to choose differently when something no longer feels aligned anymore. And perspective can become the beginning of something new, a beautiful new reality. And then we had choice. Isn't this one just beautiful? Choice. So after reflection and then expanded awareness comes that beautiful sacred moment of choice. I thought these three, just when they came out together, I thought they were just beautiful. And this card, it reminds you of your power, and not your power over others, but that beautiful power of your conscious decisions. And every day, in beautiful, different, small ways, you are shaping your life through the choices you make and what you believe, what you continue, what you release, what you say yes to and what you say no to. Choice, I think, is asking you to be intentional, rather than moving through things because of habit or obligation. This card is asking you to choose from alignment, to pause and ask yourself, does this actually support the person I am becoming? Or is it support the way other people think I should be? So you have to pause and ask yourself that question. There's also a bit of responsibility within this message too. Healing brings awareness, and awareness asks for action. And so once you can see clearly, you are then invited to honor that clarity through those choices that you make moving forward. It doesn't mean perfection. It just means presence. You don't need to know the entire path ahead, and we talked about this on one of the lives last week. The lanterns. That's right. In the lantern meditation I did. The lantern's only a light. Shined light on a certain part of the path, and only a few steps ahead of you, and that's perfect. You don't need to know that entire path, but just keep moving forward, and you only need the courage to choose that next aligned step. And with conscious choice, your life just begins to transform beautifully. And together, I think these cards, all three of these beautiful, beautiful cards, I think it's a beautiful, profound healing message. One that is asking us to temporarily step away from external pressure so you can hear that deeper wisdom trying to emerge within you. And it also has a feeling of standing at an inner crossroads too. So part of you may already sense that something can no longer continue as it has been going. Those old patterns, those old ways of coping, old expectations, or even old versions of yourself. They may start to feel increasingly uncomfortable to carry. And before true change can happen, these three cards are telling us that space is needed first. So seclusion creates that sacred space, not to disconnect from life forever, but, to connect with yourself deeply, deeply enough that you can distinguish your own truth from the noise that's surrounding you. And so much clarity becomes available when you stop absorbing everyone else's opinions or energies and expectations for a while. So in that seclusion, in that solitude, your spirit begins to start to speak more clearly. And then alternative, this beautiful card. This is like a doorway slowly opening in the dark. And it's the answers that you seek may not be found, through repetition or trying harder, and that healing is asking you to loosen your grip on how things should look, and allow space for beautiful, maybe totally different possibilities to emerge. So there's an invitation here to become more flexible, more curious, maybe more willing to trust more unconventional type paths. Step out into your unique, unconventional, beautiful path. And sometimes that breakthrough just comes from seeing something differently. And then we had choice. And choice is what grounds the entire message, I think, into that personal empowerment. So once we have that awareness, then we're no longer asked to stay unconscious with our old cycles. We're invited to choose consciously, intentionally, soulfully. And that can feel confronting sometimes because, choice, when we make a choice, that brings responsibility as well. But hey, it can also be so liberating too. And so these three beautiful cards, they just remind us that we may not be totally in control of every circumstance around us, but we do have the power within us how we respond, what we continue feeling, what we can release, and what direction we can choose next. And so healing is not passive. Healing asks for participation, for reflection, for honesty, for courage, and then eventually action. And so these three cards, they're less like that sort of quick answer, and more like, to me, when I draw three, they're more like a sacred initiation into something deeper, a deeper self-awareness. And it is our soul that's guiding us forward, inward, so that our outer life can be aligned much more truthfully with who we are becoming. So the path ahead may not be fully visible yet, but these cards are suggesting that growth, that focus, that clarity is already beginning to form within you. First in stillness, first in the shift of perspective, then in the shift of perspective. We have first in stillness, then in the shift of perspective, and then finally in the choices that follow it. So that's what I got from those three cards. They are glorious, glorious cards. I do love them. And the three of them just bring out a beautiful, beautiful message. Yeah, beautiful. There it was, Maribel. And I love how, I used to draw cards individually in this live, and I was just doing one card, and I thought, no, I do 3 for myself quite a lot, and I thought, let's do a 3 card, just to see, so you can see how much more powerful you can have as a message, and connect, how the 3 totally random cards connect so beautifully. Wonderful, my darlings, wonderful. I hope you've had a beautiful, beautiful meditation, and I love to see you again on, let's say, when am I going to see you again? Monday, which is going to be 16, 17, that'll be, yes, that will be this one. Have I deleted some and not the others? So this is our beautiful face yoga journey that we enjoy on the early Monday morning for me, and nighttime for a lot of you, and that's fabulous. I'm actually, yeah, definitely, Evie, definitely. Ah, so good. So glad, Evie. So glad. My pleasure. I've also been thinking, I discussed it in my tea live last week, whether I might shift my tea live to the time that this one started an hour ago, and see how that goes. Just because what time is it for you guys now? So we started this at 10 a.m. my time in the morning, on Saturday morning. So would the 4 p.m. here now, or I started at 4 p.m. for you. So would now, so an hour earlier, 3 p.m., would that be 5:10 p.m. in Mexico? Would doing a 12:10 at night. I love that, Evie. You should be asleep. You should be asleep. Would doing the tea leaf reading one an hour and a half earlier than it is, so starting an hour ago, would that be helpful for a lot of you? It's just a contemplation. I've got them already in there for this month, so it wouldn't happen until June. Yeah. So maybe I'll move that one to the same time as this one starts. Yeah. And just see how it goes. Fabulous. I am currently working on this week's newsletter, so if you want to have a bit more about mala, face yoga, crystals, essential oils, a bit of moon, all sorts of things, herbs and essential oils, and then sign up for my newsletter, and you can do that through my link tree. You can go there. I love that, Evie. I love that. Well, hopefully you're nicely relaxed now, that you will definitely get off to sleep. Yeah. Are you an early morning riser as well, or do you is your body able to sleep in and get the amount of sleep you need? Yeah. I love it. All right, my darlings, thank you so very much. You're an early morning riser, so yeah, you need to get to bed early. You need to get to sleep earlier then. Yes, definitely. All right, everything will stay the same for the next couple of weeks anyway, and I will reschedule that T1 to the same time as this one is at the beginning of June, when I do all the June ones. All right, my loves, lovely to see you all. Thank you for your patience with my cough. And wonderful, Robin, wonderful. Look forward to seeing you again too. Fabulous. Love to you all. Bye.